Ninja Theory. Alright, here's the game. I got the Pulse 3D up, and there's a warning disclaimer. Oh! Very much agree. Alright, welcome to the Hellblade Senua Sacrifice walkthrough. It's about time. So, that warning disclaimer said it best, and this is going to be a very dark game, and I think the warning disclaimer about the psychosis was the best explanation. So, let's get started. I'm not going to use this because I know this will talk about spoilers of the game, which I don't want. Definitely. Nope. Easy. And subtitles off. That's awesome. That's what we want. Alright, let's get this started. Yeah, that's okay. I didn't start far. Yeah, this is the game you get a Pulse 3D headset for good reason, because you know that it's going to utilize every sound. Kind of like Miles Morales. Trust me, it pays off with a 3D Pulse 3D headset for this type of game.
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. Dead. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. Why doesn't she turn back? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. I feel you coming. Quiet.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? He's in hell high.
Look, up ahead.
In hell high.
You see it too?
You promised you gave you.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northermen call hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Go back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe.
It's there. They're here.
Can you see that? I can see it.
rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest.
Can't do this. Go back, go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you. They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it?
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. It's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
They can feel you.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper. What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Well, that certainly broke the fourth wall. Yeah, with the Pulse 3D headset, it just sounds like they're right in your ear talking to you, whispering, talking to you, manipulating you. What a brilliant intro, just from the beginning. I'm very much impressed. And dear God, this is just an unholy place. I did warn you that this was going to be a psycho... Well, the disclaimer warned you there was going to be a psychosis. Just judging from the voices talking to her, I'm thinking PTSD, but with schizophrenia. That's just what I'm diagnosing.
Really clearly. Focus, Senua. Focus. Focus and you'll see. What happens if you focus?
Okay, I guess I'm focusing.
Do not forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the River of Knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
Yeah, this is gonna be a walkthrough. I'm not gonna talk a whole lot because it pays to listen to the dialogue. And the Pulse 3D headset.
The darkness is coming. Yearns for life. Hungers for it. Like pack of wolves on her heels. But she's not stopping. Not this time.
Can you see it?
The land of mist and fog.
He's in there.
The old fool was right.
Is he?
What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. He's lost. Where are you? I hear you. He's there, you know it.
There's no doubt about
He's
it.
lost.
The source of the darkness is in Helheim,
They're called
and the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
Alright, so I'm gonna mention it briefly and never talk about it in a walkthrough, but my history with Ninja Theory, I guess the first one I played was Enslaved, and I played most of their games. I have played heavily Sword, Enslaved, even though I thought the ending was crap. What else have I played? Oh yeah, DMC, which I actually liked, and this one. I played it. This is not my first time playing it. I haven't beaten it, but I played a couple of hours and I enjoyed it. I think this is the best Ninja Theory game that they ever put to date, and I'm glad it's getting the sequel. The voice acting for all the Ninja Theory games I have played have been excellent. Surprisingly, Andy Serkis is not in this one. It's like
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? Why doesn't she turn back? She's doing this for him. She wants to restore. He's already dead. He's dead. His soul still lives. She needs to save his soul. She wants his soul to be at peace. She needs to lay him to rest. He's dead. He's already dead. She can save him. There's nothing she can do. She thinks she's going to save him. She's not going to save him. She'll never make it to Helheim. She can't let him rot here. She needs to try.
I think this might be a game that my fiance might like or actually observe.
Do you know where you are?
Bridge to Helheim. I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
Gotta get all that camera shots for this type of game. Alright, so I think the game does a brilliant way with the opening. It kind of gives you that something tragic happened. The character she's mentally ill, but for good reason. It's like some tragic event happened to her, and this Dillian, I guess her husband, boyfriend, I'm guessing boyfriend, got killed in that tragic accident, and so she endured PTSD, and then also got some, well, schizophrenic to help her cope. The voices are kind of her coping mechanism. Gosh, I'm being psychological, but I'm not kidding. This game just begs to be analyzed so much. Also, fun fact, just because this game was so successful, the developers, when I was reading about them a little bit more with Team Ninja doing this game, it made so much sales that they donated to charity for mental illness. I think that's actually, that's very nice. I do appreciate that. That makes me love the game even more. I'm very curious of where they're going to go with the sequel. I didn't think this game would get a sequel, but I'm very excited about it. Very excited about it. It's kind of sad that only a few select people will play it, because I highly recommend it.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
Yeah, I figure the voices mention Helheim, so the Helheim is basically where the undead reside. But I'll have to research this game a little bit more. Is it Norse mythology? It feels like it.
She has to climb. Senua, what's up there? Look down. Don't look down. That's it. That's the way.
Man, this is a game to be played with the headset. It's gonna trip you up. It just feels like I appreciate the audio design, because they're like literally in your ear. It just feels like someone's whispering a secret to you, and it's creepy as heck. Is this accurate to psychosis with schizophrenic, like audio schizophrenic? I can't speak for that. I don't know.
Don't stop. You can't. You don't know where you're going.
But it does a pretty fine job. Excellent job, even.
So brave. You're not safe. Stop. Just drop down. What's going on? What's down there? You've got to go.
I mean, I kind of have to. Voices not in my head.
Why did she do that? She shouldn't have done it. She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
It's going to hurt you. It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them.
Don't listen.
I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Don't listen. I'll never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
It's just a memory.
Druth? Is that you?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's lost.
An old fool. Truth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
To guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
You have to take a closer look to see. Why isn't she focusing? She needs to focus now.
She needs to use her eyes.
I can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
I don't mind the puzzles too. I think that's pretty intuitive.
You'll find it. You'll never find it.
It's near. Focus, and you will find it. Look towards the gate, and the gate will open.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It works!
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell, but I watched the Northmen, learnt their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
The voice acting is still top notch. Ninja Theory, you guys know who to
Another
pick.
voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here.
Yep, this is the one video game that will make me shut up a lot. For good reason. It's earned it. I think I'm gonna give this game a high mark. Is it easy to impress me in games? Yes, I will say that. But is it hard to get a 10 out of 10 for me? Yes. I am very critical and I am...
guess it's the same with heights. You can stand on the edge, pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you to make that
Life?
slip.
Wow, life metaphor.
Can't just wish things away.
Ooh, jeez. Okay.
She's gonna be just another body.
Wow, that's just kind of manipulative. I gotta admit, I was feeling anxious a little bit.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Dormammu, I come to bargain. No, I'm sorry. No joking aside, but yeah. Alright, so that must be the bridge to Helheim. We're probably getting close. As I always say, like I like to do in my videos, what I like instantly. The main character is already relatable, and I'm hooked, and I'm already curious of where the story is going. Story pacing is great. The psychological stuff that they're doing with this is just fantastic. And don't worry, gameplay is for the time I played it, yeah, it was pretty tight and fantastic. The music, it works so far. It's not the best soundtrack, but it works for the atmosphere. And the visuals are crazy, crazy, crazy excellent. I'm curious to see what Hellblade 2 looks like in terms of the visual. It looks great. It already looks great. I'm so happy that they're getting a sequel. We didn't really need it, too. The voices in my head, not my head, and Senua's head are not talking. Curious.
Stay back. Look at it. You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
Oh.
Stop them!
Take him down! Take him down now! You can do this! Take it! Go again! Down! Behind you!
Ah.
Right! There's blood!
Wow, that's disturbing.
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain, does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
Ooh. Oh, I know what that means. I definitely know what that means. Roguelike. This is basically Dead Cells. Only realistic.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
He's not there.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Zurt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
To Dillian.
To his soul. It won't open.
How will she get through?
Why won't it open?
Why can't she open it? She needs to challenge the gods.
She has to fight two gods first.
Two gods?
Two gates.
Which will she choose first?
One of them will kill her, I know it.
She's going to die. Uh-oh.
Which one will she challenge first?
Be very careful, Senua.
Choose a gate, Senua.
Two gates, two gods.
She's too scared.
Which one?
I think that's a perfect way to stop this. Yeah, there's definitely going to be Hellblade Senua's sacrifice coming. So, stay tuned. Yeah, that's effective.